Sportscast Sports Talk 101 on digital radio, on the app, on your smart speaker, on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.tv, and Facebook. Sportscast Sports Talk 101.
Discuss, debate, entertain, and loud.
Sportscast Sports Talk 101. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Sports Talk 101, presented by the Sportscast. I am Santiago Leon. I'm in for Aaron, the vet. He is on assignment in Virginia, and we got Ray in the house. And before we say hi to Ray, hold on. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to all our channels: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Apple Podcasts. You can also listen to us on your smart speaker. If you're an Apple Podcast, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. We're also on online radio, and visit us on the sportscast.net or download our app. Ray, what's going on? It's been almost a couple of weeks. How you been?
Man, it's so good to be back on Sportscast, but vacation, son's birthday, anniversary with the wife. And then if you can hear the tone of my voice, I've also got COVID. So
Impossible. You're indestructible.
Yes. Hey, nothing's in that. Not this time. But I'm just getting through, man. But it's good to be back on Sportscast and also Sports Talk 101.
Now, you were on Legoland. Was that the Orlando version, or did you go to the New York one?
I'm in the west. I live on the West Coast, so I went to Carlsbad, California. So there's a beautiful Legoland out here in Carlsbad, which is just beautiful beaches. So and that was our fourth time going. We've been going since my son was little, and I mean he turned 14, and he still loves going to Legoland.
And you are probably tired of going to Disneyland by now.
Disneyland's expensive, and I don't know. Have you ever waited in a Disneyland line?
It is a couple hours.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah.
Well, there you have it, West Coast. Now we know where they go for vacation, to Carlsbad, California. Join us, Jordan Vargas from Chicago. Welcome.
Hey, Jordan.
Thank you for having me.
Jordan Vargas, he is a sportscast contributor, basketball fiend, knows what's going on with the NBA and things like that. Jordan, tell us, how is the NBA offseason treating you? Do you have a hunch where Kevin Durant will be going?
My hunch that I think he's going to go. I think he's going to stay in Brooklyn. I don't think Kevin Durant's going to want. Brooklyn SGM, I would Brooklyn.
He's staying in Brooklyn. He's not going to Golden State, right, Ray?
You know what? Let me tell you something. We would take him back with open arms, because we do, we remember what he did for us, and we've proven that we can win a game with him, and we can win a game without him. So, but yeah, we welcome with open arms, man. We love him, man. He was a champion.
Interesting. Most Warriors fans that I talk to don't want him back, especially Draymond.
You know what? You put all the petty stuff aside. It's about getting banners and rings and championships. That's when it comes down to. So, and he did that for us.
Which I want to say congratulations on winning that fifth. It was the fifth championship.
Woo-hoo, you know it.
Fifth championship. I thought the Celtics. You were scared of the Celtics. I was too, but the Warriors.
I was very scared because the Celtics were really, really good. That was one team from the East I was scared, but we pulled it off. And can we say congratulations to Klay Thompson? I mean, can you imagine watching your team for 2 years sitting on the bench and dealing with injuries, and to come back and win a championship? So I'm extremely happy, man. That stuff you don't even see in the movies,
The Splash Brothers are back in action.
Yeah. My son was just at his camp. Not Klay Thompson's, but Curry's camp, and he gave all the kids shoes. He gives them a backpack. He does so good with the community out here in Oakland, and also working with Snoop Dogg out there in Southern California as well.
Nice. Now, did you like where the Warriors were? I mean, do you prefer them playing in San Francisco or in Oakland?
Man, I grew up watching them play in Oakland, but that the Chase place, that Coliseum is just beautiful, man. And then you're right by San Francisco Pier. It's beautiful. It's nice. So I'm torn. I'll just say that I'm torn.
Hey, I'm a Oracle Arena fan. Always have been. So
I've had lots of memories there, you know, but it's tough, man. I'm torn. I am torn.
after the game, you catch a subway. You could
Yeah.
bump into
Oh, yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, maybe.
Man, you know what? I'm not even gonna pour Marshawn Lynch. Poor man, keep him out of Vegas, please. Keep him out of Vegas. Poor guy.
Yeah, he got arrested didn't he, for was it DUI, I believe.
Well, see, here's the thing. He wasn't driving. He was sleeping. They just said, "Hey, what's going on? You're missing. He had the front. There was no tire on it was just the rim, and then the other tires were flat, and he was just sitting there, one eye open, one eye closed. And a DUI is when I think you're driving. Now,
Yeah, you
if
gotta
you
be
want to
on
say
the
he's
wheel.
drunk in public, he was drunk in public, yeah. But he was sleeping. They woke him up sleeping with a parked car.
Interesting.
So
Which is interesting because everyone was warning, hey, you should not put an NFL team in Las Vegas because stuff like this can happen. But
I was one of those people, man. I said because I got diehard Raider fans out here, and I was like, dude, let me tell you what's going. And you know what? It did happen because there was a guy that got in trouble. A matter of fact, he's in jail right now.
yeah.
So
And there hasn't been any type of like Calvin Ridley incidents, like gambling against your own team or gambling with other teams. I haven't heard that yet.
That we know.
That might happen.
Oh, betting. That's what you do in Vegas. Betting's everywhere, and it's Sin City. Temptation is everywhere. Everywhere.
It's bad. Anyways, Jordan Vargas, you got something to tell us. A special event. What is happening on September 15th?
On September 15th, where business owner and author Rodney Pryor is going to be joining me at the college where college page first series. So I'm very excited.
As Jordan said, he is hosting an event in Chicago, which I believe Ray has been in Chicago, and having a campus conversations at his college. And he'll be at the College of DuPage on Thursday, September 15th with Rodney Pryor. He is a current G League. How do you know Rodney? How did you bump into him? I mean, was it at the gas station or at a pickup game? Like, how did it happen?
Last reached out to him and interviewed him. There was sort of a connection. Ever since that connection, just ship and a mentorship. But me and Ryan had a connection, and we were able to start a friendship.
And Rodney Pryor, is he currently playing or is he not playing no more?
Rodney's currently playing. Yes, we just see the Team USA for the Europe tour, and then he just came back. He's planning on playing, upcoming, NBA or NBA. He's continuing to play.
And tell me about what makes him different from the other NBA players, 507 players that have signed a NBA contract. What makes his journey different?
it's different because you started like, you go back in high school. He was on the and he transferred to Notre Dame College. He had an opportunity to play Kansas, and ever since then, Downs, went to one JUCO and caught a offer to finish his graduate year at Georgetown. What he's been through to get where he is.
Wow, that's interesting. Path. At Ray, getting into the NBA is difficult. There's only 16 roster spots in each team, and I believe there's about 32 teams in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So getting into even getting into the G League is very it's very prominent, I would say. So for this event on September 15th, Jordan, what will you guys be discussing?
Along with he's more display. His books he's written, discussing his journey to college to the NBA and signing a contract story. But we're also going to discuss what it's like being a professional athlete. I think there's a huge misconception of people who they don't really know what it takes. They don't know the journey. We're also going to discuss mental health and a lot of transparency in the story, along with his motto and what he has going on.
Yeah, a whole different journey for each player. But this one, Rodney Pryor, is going to be a very incredible event, September 15th at College of DuPage at the McAninch Arts Center. What is the importance of the event, Jordan?
Right.
The importance of the event, all proceeds from the scholarship fund. Seeing that's being made from this event is going to go towards, most important, it's going to go back to the students, opportunities for kids to continue their education.
And what steps did you take to make this happen? I mean, getting Rodney Pryor isn't easy.
Yeah, I mean, getting I got him page for free, and so negotiating not only with so much with Rodney, but more the school and just a step being 19. I didn't know what it takes. The higher ups of a and just everything in between. It's a lot of, and I just had to learn through that.
Well, there you have it. September 15th, Thursday at 7 p.m. at the McAninch Arts Center at College of DuPage. If you're in the Northern Illinois area or the Chicagoland area, check it out. How can people find more information about it, Jordan?
Or you can go to McAninchArtsCenter.com. You can view all the information, get your tickets there. Story. So that hopefully that will ensure that whoever, whether you identify being an author, whether you that stories inspire you, so you'll feel like.
There you have it. Ray, do you have any questions for Jordan?
Well, first of all, Jordan, I just wanted to say huge kudos to you because I think the greatest thing for a G League player or even an NBA player, pro or whoever, to do mentorship to younger kids. I think that's great because I've been in the Bay Area. I used to work in a jewelry store, and I used to see a lot of young basketball players. Even Chris Webb. I remember Chris Webber coming into my store, and I remember a lot of younger guys. And I remember even Spreewell, and I remember these guys didn't. If you knew these guys, man, I mean, some guys were great, and some guys, were not so great, man. They got in trouble. They got in issues with financing. They got groupies, tons of women following them all through the mall. Guys, trying to start issues and fights because they were players. I just think it's great that you are setting this up with Rodney to have them talk to the younger kids, because that's a lot of kids. All they think about is the money and the fame, but there's a lot of stuff that comes with that, investing your money and being a business person and representing a team, because when a team invests in you, you represent that team. So that's good that you're doing that. And so I just wanted to, no questions, but I just wanted to say I mad respect for you for even setting that up. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Jordan only 20 years old.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Um,
I tip my hat out to you.
So Jordan, what is the best way to reach you
I'm glad
online to talk to you about this event?
Jordan for Vargas or
All right, Jordan. You can reach him on Twitter, Jordan Vargas 02, no spaces. Jordan Vargas, JORDAN VARGAS 02. Visit him on Twitter, and we'll definitely have you back on with better audio quality so we could get you a little bit more clear. But
Yeah, yeah, we're under the mercy of technology. It happens.
hey, that's what happens when we get T-Mobile.
Exactly.
So, Jordan, thanks for coming on. Yeah, I think he's using
Good. Wish you the best of luck.
pure 4G or 3G. So, last Friday, the Niners had a rematch against the Packers, which they had it was not an NFC Championship game, it was a playoff game, and the Niners beat them again 20-21.
Yes.
Ray, your thoughts over that matchup?
I was thrilled because, they were going up against back-to-back Aaron Rodgers, the baddest man on the planet, and it was scary. I mean, Devontae and all these guys, and we won.
It's a preseason. I mean, how much weight do you carry this? Is this something you see, or hey, you're pretty much checking out some players that you may cut or not, or maybe bring up some talent up in the rankings? Like, how do you see pregame?
Honestly, I mean, when we did the playoffs, it was exciting. But it's only preseason. Aaron Rodgers didn't play. You're pretty much, guys are playing for roster spots and stuff like that. So, but you also, I love when some of the star players get to play. So to see Trey go out there and just boom, light it up. I was very happy to see some of the guys that are going to be doing some of the running, and the defense. Defense was because they did score too. They had Love and on their team, and they did pretty well. Lord Love, but he was 176. He did
6
get
yards and two
two
touchdowns,
TDs, but three
3
interceptions.
interceptions, red flag.
66-point rating. And then they had another guy that came out 123 yards, got a touchdown. He had a 156.3 rating.
Danny Etling,
Yes,
123
Danny.
yards.
But let me tell you, we had Nate with 132-point rating, Trey with 158.3, and then Brock with 108. 103 yards passing, 92 yards passing, 36 yards passing. All of them scored a TD. So that's what I'm excited about. Or seeing Hasty, and he was averaging about 70.2 rushing. He even ran, I think he had like a 14 long running pass. And then Danny Gray, holy crap, received two balls for 99 yards, one TD, one of them a 76 yards TD, and it was beautiful. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but he didn't. He stayed in, and it was a touchdown, and I loved Trey ran down there to give kudos to him. And then I was loving Ray McLeod the third. He received about 63, and he also had a touchdown. Then we had Tanner Hudson, another touchdown. It was great, and the defense was good. So I'm very
You're
happy.
optimistic.
Yeah, it's preseason, folks. I need to see more. I need to see more.
You need to see a more sample size. I did not. I'm going to let go of this one name a little bit later in the show. I don't want to bring him up yet because it's a big topic that we'll
Debo,
talk about. Yeah,
Debo.
Debo
I do
Samuel
want
contract extension, right? As well.
to pay that man. That's all he wanted to leave. Let me tell you, the greatest cure to shut somebody up is cash. And
Exactly.
he deserved. The guy he's a what we call a hybrid, because he's your running back. He's a running back, and he can receive, and he's good. And those sweet plays, he does it so, oh my god, so perfect. And that's when you have Mitchell and you got Debo, you don't know who's, and then now you got young Trey. It's a threat. It's a threat because you don't know who's going to run the ball.
Will it make Willie? I mean, will it make Trey Lance's job easier?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
You needed to, for a young QB, you need weapons, and that was the problem in Jacksonville. You have a great quarterback, but you have to give this kid weapons to play. He needs people. You got to build around him.
And
So,
one weapon they signed recently last month, Willie Snead, wide receiver.
hey,
Ray, what have you heard of them? Is he going to be a X
he's
factor
let
or?
me let me tell you something. He's not elite, but let me tell you, he's caught some ball. Hey, he could have been on the end of a 76-yard pass. There's some he can catch the ball. He can run, and he's good for somebody. If you need somebody to just go straight out and just toss it up, Willie can do that.
Should he be on your bench in your fantasy team?
I would definitely get, because there's injuries that happen,
Right.
so, and I mean, I hate to say it, Debo sometimes does get hurt.
He
So if
does.
you need a handcuff, that's a good little handcuff. You get a Debo and have even have somebody as a backup. But
There you have
Willie's
it.
good.
Yeah.
I've had him on my team, on my fantasy team in the past.
Okay. So the big name, the elephant in the room,
Yes.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes.
He got he has permission from the Niners to seek a trade. He had a
Mhm.
shoulder injury, procedure surgery this past offseason. I want to hear Ray's point of view on Jimmy G. Is Ray in the Jimmy G bandwagon? Is he like, okay, let him go? Ray, let me hear your spiel.
I just want to say I do have mad respect for Jimmy. I'm not one of those guys like, oh, you get him out of here. Thank you, Jimmy, for everything you did, but it's time for you to go. I think when you invest that much money in a player, that's Super Bowl, that's playoffs, and the thing about Jimmy is he's just not. I've never thought of him as a clutch player. Like Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson. Those guys had if you need somebody, there's like 50 seconds left, you need somebody to throw the ball down the field and get at the players and not get an interception. Jimmy can't do that. Jimmy can't do that. And nowadays you need a player that is mobile, that can run and can throw and do a lot of stuff. Jimmy wasn't that guy. I'm sorry.
Jimmy was a
And
pocket guy.
exactly. And not seeing pocket. Hey, maybe he can go to a team and you can get a coach or you can get a staff that can build to what he needs. But we were running and we were defense, West Coast, you know,
West
uh,
Coast offense.
and you need speed, you need receivers. You got to toss that ball down there. These little floaters. That's why Debo was so pissed off, because he was like, I'm getting hurt. I'm burning myself out. I want to get paid, and I
No
can't get
coincidence
paid.
or conspiracy.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
but let me play devil's advocate, Ray.
okay,
Jimmy G led you guys to the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
yes.
Beat the Packers in Green Bay. Almost beat the
Mhm.
Rams. I believe they only lost by a touchdown. What
Mhm.
would you say to that?
Did Jimmy really do that, or was it the other? Was it defense that did that? Was it other players that Some people you gotta. Stats look good, folks. Stats look really, really good. But sometimes you got to look at the game and see what really, really, really who did the work and what really happened. And so, not taking away, Jimmy's a winner. Don't first of all, Ray. I'm not calling him. He's not a scrub. He's not a loser. Has he won games with us? Yes, but when you are paying a player that type of money, you also expect certain things that he does not do. And I'm sorry. He yes, did he get us to a Super Bowl? Yes, he did.
But did not win.
Um did he get us in some playoffs? Yes, he did. But did we have a chance to do better? Yeah, he did some dumb stuff too, folks. He would throw, why throw the ball to the other team? And we go home.
And
Got tired
another
of it.
devil, and a whole nother devil's advocate. He had Tom Brady's cell phone number.
There you go.
Not sufficient. Okay. All right. So there
Yeah.
was a report yesterday by Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk that Jimmy Garoppolo ignored coaches after getting his big contract in 2018. I
Yeah.
believe he didn't show up to practices sometimes. He didn't read the game plan book. I mean,
See, I hate that. I hate that when teams, just go. Just know how to break up. Don't put the dirt. Don't do that. Don't do that to the man and put the dirty laundry and what was out.
who's
Don't
leaking
do that.
those news? Hmm.
Well, it's really messed up. I think it's messed up. I think that's just really dirty. But that's the business. That's how it is.
Is
Um,
NFL business? You think it is?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There you have it.
Let the man get a job. Like,
Exactly.
he let him play. Don't run his name. Look, I appreciate what Jimmy did. And like I said, I wish him the best, but don't run them. Don't put some respect on the man's name. Okay, he's Jimmy G, and he did some good stuff out here. But once again, this is a business, and we win. Did you win with him? Did you go deep? Did you win the Super Bowl? No,
He did not, and that
no. And you're paying. He was at one time one of the top quarterbacks, paid quarterbacks. You make an investment, you have to look at everything with this investment, and there's sometimes you gotta let it go. You gotta
uh,
go.
which is why the ownership drafted Trey Lance, and he'll be starting week 1. Jimmy will be, was getting paid a million per week, pretty much.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. So a few of the teams that have been rumored or circulating, of course, is the Cleveland Browns because Deshaun Watson will be out for at least 6 games, and
Mhm.
I've also heard the Giants. Also, recently this week, the New York Jets because Zach Wilson won't be ready because he had a knee injury this past weekend, but I think he'll be back in the beginning of the season. But they have Joe
Mhm.
Flacco. So,
Yeah.
where do you think uh, Garoppolo should go, or should he stick around in San Francisco for another season, or you think he should be traded to Cleveland
You
or
trade
New
him.
York?
You trade him because also uh, you don't want locker room issues. because there's people that are still loyal to him, and there's some people that are not, to be honest with you, that are not loyal to him. And I think in the best of both interests, just you gotta let him go. You gotta cut ties, and you gotta let this man move on and go on further with his career. Now, what team should he go? My choice would be I would let him go to, like, if you saw if you saw the Browns game, they're in trouble, folks. They're in trouble.
And Jacoby Brissett ain't gonna save him either.
No, he's not. No, he's not. I can see I can see Jimmy going over there and maybe turn it around.
And like, one of the things that the reason why that, like, there hasn't been a trade is because his contract's so large, so big. It's like, it's not easy. Like, you have to trade a lot of players for him,
Right.
and there's a lot of hesitation with that.
Yes.
So,
but you also got a lot of people that are season ticket holders, and you got a lot of people, when you start losing games, sometimes you are desperate and you got to do what you have to do. And the man is marketable too. He's a handsome guy. He does commercials. He does Subway. He can sell jerseys. He's marketable.
porn stars go out with him.
Exactly. Porn star. Hey, what's his name? Stephen A. Smith used to call him porn star Jimmy before even Jimmy G. He was porn star Jimmy. I think I like my second team. This is crazy, y'all.
Drum roll.
Seattle.
Yeah, but I don't think the Niners would trade within the same division.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's happened. It has happened. Teams have done
Andrew
that
Lock
before.
got COVID, so I'm kidding.
Lock. There's a reason why he got out of Denver. You know that, right? Because he wasn't too good out there.
He wasn't good. I don't know if it was the altitude. It could have been that.
I know when I went to Denver, I was it's horrible. I don't see how people can live out there. But I Gino and
It's not much of a match there. Or there maybe they want to, like, they want to tank on purpose.
No, nobody wants don't tank. Don't tank
Victor
on
doesn't believe in
purpose.
tanking in the NFL.
First
So
of
it cannot
all,
happen.
have you so I've been to the Seattle's. The 12 men are no joke.
No,
Okay?
it's a loud stadium. And
It's
how
loud.
that thing is constructed, like
Exactly.
the ambience is really tough.
So they're gonna want to win. Gino, I see. He scares me when he runs. He scares me when he slides. He gets hurt. He's prone to get hurt, and I just don't believe in Locke. Sorry.
But
so
if you trade Garoppolo to Seattle, that will backfire for the Niners, possibly.
not really. You know what you're expecting.
True.
And you don't think our defense would eat him alive?
They would know him. You're right.
Exactly.
You're right. I mean, they do have Metcalf and Lockett, though.
And other teams, I hate to tell you this, but other teams have done that where they've gave up a player in their division or in their, and sometimes it backfires, sometimes it eats them in the butt, Brett Favre, man, I remember when he went to the Vikings. And he went after who? He went after the Packers.
That becomes a good, must-see TV game. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you ask me, I think he'll be great for the New York market. I think either Jets or Giants. I don't think the Giants as much. I think more the Jets. But probably, but will probably be neither. But he's Italian. He gives that Joe Namath vibe, doesn't he?
You know what? I could see that. I could see that. But I would be more of Jets because I do believe in Jones. They
Yeah,
got weapons. They have weapons on that
yeah.
team on the Giants.
They
They
got a
got
healthy
weapons.
Barkley
Yes. They got
and
fast
Tony.
players. Fast
Yeah.
players.
And their defense are going to be sick. They're using Martindale. He's from the
Yes.
Ravens.
The
So,
Ravens.
and of course, the new coach, Brian Abel, who came from Buffalo Bills, who brought half the Buffalo Bill staff over to the Giants for some
Right.
reason. So the Giants should be good. The X factor is Daniel Jones. Ray is a huge believer. Victor, on the other hand, does not mind if Jimmy G comes to the Giants, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen. I would rather see Jimmy. I think Jimmy G would be perfect with the Jets. I'll tell you this. I sure hell don't. And you heard it here, folks. Wilson, I do not believe in. Do not believe in Zach Wilson at all for the Jets because he don't have.
Another bust, like Sam
and
Darnold.
and I heard he likes Cougars.
Yes. What's the deal with that? That's bizarre.
You look, one thing you do not do, folks. Your best friend, mama. You don't do
Never.
that.
Never.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I thought that
Don't do
only
that.
happens in the Superbad movie.
No. It happened with Zach Wilson. That's bad. His girlfriend spilled all the tea on him, folks. And
Maybe that's going to affect his season.
it already has. He's
Already
already
has.
hurt.
Well, hope the best for the Jets and Zach Wilson. Back to the Niners news. Ray, 49ers released Darqueze Dennard.
Mm-hmm.
He is a former first-round pick who was selected 24th by the Bengals in 14. And then after 6 seasons in Cincinnati, he moved to Atlanta. And then he jumped ship to the Giants. And now he's with the Niners. I guess he didn't have much hope.
No. And they're already stacked. They're stacked. They're stacked. He had a good career.
Yeah.
I think it's nothing personal. It's business, and you got to make roster spots.
Got to. And also they cut defensive tackle Robert Nkemdiche. He is also a former first-round pick.
Yeah.
And he marks the latest career blow for the veteran defensive tackle whom the Cardinals selected, your rival team. In 6 games since drafted, Nkemdiche has played in 38 games, including 6 starts for 3 different teams. Niners would have been his 4th team. Another fatality.
Those guys become journeymen. He'll get another team.
Yeah. I'm sure someone will get injured. Maybe he could go to Dallas because they need some help, don't they?
Yes, they do. But don't. Hey, I'm not there. They played good last year. We'll see. You got a lot. There's a lot of good teams, but there's also teams that vet like the Washington Commanders. That
it's not looking good.
Not looking good, man.
When the ownership is not doing well, it really reflects all the way to the bottom.
Starts from the top, works their way down to the bottom, and then Wentz, this poor guy, man, he's had there's something mentally wrong.
Yeah.
Injuries could.
He probably had a body cast at one point.
I wouldn't be surprised. This man's been hurt. I saw there was one ball where he dropped the ball and he dropped down on it in preseason. Didn't look good. But they do have players around him.
He does have weapons, correct?
He does have weapons.
Well, one team that we discussed as well was the Browns. Deshaun Watson, Sue Robinson, the NFL judge, ruled he should be suspended for at least 6 games. NFL, actually, Robert Goodell has said no. He has done a lot more serious crimes than 6 games. He should be suspended for a whole season. Ray, your thoughts? You think Watson will be suspended and be out for another season?
Yes, because if you give this man 6 games, do you know the backlash you're going to get from the Me Too movement, from women's rights, from just from a just I mean
Backlash.
this the backlash. You should not award a guy like this privilege. You're enabling him, and I don't think anybody's above the law. And this guy, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, there's been multiple massage therapists that he
Over
has.
40.
That is a problem. That is what you call a predator, folks. A predator. Do you think I want my son to walk up and get an autograph from him? Do you like what marketing? What company shaving cream or who wants him to do a Subway commercial? Really, folks.
It'd be
Um,
difficult to get a jersey from him.
I'm sorry. I mean, I got a daughter, and if my daughter went over and was, doing her job just to, massage, and he tried to do something, I knocked him out. And I'm sorry. I mean, he's attacked somebody's wife, someone's daughter, someone's niece. He's a bad person. There's a reason why R. Kelly's doing 30 years, and he's gonna be doing more time. It's no different. It is no different. Just because one guy is doing music, this guy's playing football. What he did was a crime. And the thing about it is that he shows no remorse whatsoever. All he
No.
says, all he says is, "I'm sorry for my team." Well, what about the families and the women and the lives what you've done?
And he's
Um,
denied it for months.
I'm sorry. I can look, if you have that many women, and if you listen to the stories, and then how many massages do you need? Like,
It's crazy.
you,
And also
it's
the Texans were kind of in it as well.
well, they enabled him, and I think they should get fined as well
Yeah.
because they tried to keep this hush. And in Robert, it's with your job. That's why you make the amount of money that you do to protect the shield, but also the the name, the integrity of the shield. So
Yeah.
I get him out, get him out. Ray Rice punched his wife in an elevator. He was done. All right. This guy done way worse than that. And no man should put his hands on a woman. No man should sexually abuse mentally and physically to a woman. No. And be a quarterback, the main quarterback of a team, and then you only want to suspend him for 6 games? No, get him out.
Not enough. Not
That's
enough.
football's a privilege. It is a privilege.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, my guess is 12, but the more information I hear, it could be longer than that.
he
New
should be
Jersey
gone. He should be gone.
completely,
Should be
like
gone.
forever.
For me, if I was Robert, or if it was up to me, I mean, first of all, you have no I mean, he has no remorse, folks.
No.
No, like I would like to he settled. Like money is I got money,
There goes his
and
Brown
that's
salary.
exactly. And if the Browns was smart, they would cut ties. This was the most stupidest investment. I mean, they're stupid. Why would you do this? But
Yeah.
get
I
get gone. Cut him. Cut him.
Yeah, like I don't think they had the right investigators, or maybe they didn't find the information. But this is not good for the Browns. And Roger Goodell has designated former New Jersey Attorney General Peter Harvey to oversee the appeals. I believe this will be decided before week 1. I think they want to get this decided, and just get this thing over with and see what
Six.
happens.
That's 6 games. Is not 6 games. Is
Yeah, that
goes
was
goes
light.
quick. That's light, folks. That goes quick, and then he's back playing. And I'm sorry, but
Which he
we
didn't look
got
good
he
last
didn't look
weekend.
good because you know why? Because karma is a you know what, folks. And the pressure's on. And then he's gonna go to other stadiums and people are going to let him know what a jerk he is. Sorry.
Is it
You
over
know,
for Watson? This is it.
yeah, he's done. He's done. I said that in past shows and I'll say it, he's done. And if Robert, you do not do anything, then what is your job? Your job, because there's a lot of guys that's done a lot worse. I mean, there was a guy. I mean, he was smoking weed and he got he got suspended.
Calvin Ridley
For
got suspended for gambling.
okay, you have a guy who is a sexual predator, and you are settling. When you settle, that means you are making a deal. Here's the indie. You don't say nothing. I won't say nothing. Here's some money. That's why Vince McMahon is gone from the WWE.
There you have it. There you have
There
it.
you go.
Ray has said it. Ray put his signature down. Deshaun should be out of the
Get him
league
out of here.
indefinitely. Like Ray Rice, same avenue. So sad, talent, young guy, but
Hell of a running back.
yeah, crime has been done. We'll see what happens. We'll find out probably next 2-3 weeks the fate of Deshaun Watson. Another bad situation for the New England Patriots. They placed Malcolm Butler on IR. Veteran cornerback, very, very good player, only 32 years old. He suffered a hip injury, a source said. Butler had started in the Patriots preseason opener Thursday, playing 23 snaps and recovering a fumble, but had not practiced since. So big loss for the Patriots, right?
It is because he's a Super Bowl hero. And if it wasn't for him, Tom Brady wouldn't have had one of them damn rings.
That's true. Yeah. And like that Patriots team's interesting because Bill Belichick has not hired a true offensive coordinator. And the offensive calls will be called between Matt Patricia or Joe Judge, formerly the Giants coach. Not looking good for the Patriots.
I think he should retire.
Yeah.
I think he should retire. He's got nothing to prove. I don't even think Tom Brady has nothing to prove. These guys will be forever known as GOATs in my book. I bow. I respect them because they got they got the rings. They've got the championships, the banners. They've done it. So kudos. But I think it's just he should retire.
Yeah, I agree. I think Tom Brady should have stuck with that retirement announcement back in January. But he said he has unfinished business, whatever that means. Julio Jones signed with the Bucks. Don't know if that's gonna be much. Gronk is gone. So
I see a little bit of Antonio Brown ish. I mean, if he could, I could see. Hey, Julio. If they can get a little bit of the old Julio Jones.
Hopefully he doesn't take off his shirt in Giant Stadium and walks around the field or skips around the field.
The difference between Julio Jones and Antonio Brown is crazy. That man is crazy. I've seen Julio Jones when the Niners had played the Falcons in some games, and I was just in awe with his catching the ball, and he actually won. They beat he beat us in a game too, catching the ball on the line, and we were like, nope, it's over with. He didn't make it. And everybody was jumping up and down, and it was the last second of the game, and then they said no, he got in, and they won. So
interesting. And with video review.
Yes, he won. Yeah.
Ray, if you had to predict the NFC West standings by the end of the year, how would it look like? How would it end by the beginning of 2023? How would the NFC West look like?
All right, the NFC West standings. I'm going to go with the Rams, the 49ers,
Okay.
Cardinals, Seahawks.
Interesting. I think the Cardinals might be that top two slot. Top two. One or two.
Well, there's DeAndre Hopkins. What's he gonna be doing?
True. Where is he?
I hope he ain't taking any more pills.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I hope he's not in Vegas hanging out with Marshawn Lynch.
No. Do you know they have a thing in Madden game called the X Factor where you're an elite player? Well, guess what? When you get, here's a rule by the NFL. If you get caught taking pills or you do something very bad in a contract, your X factor that you have in the game is taken away. So in Madden, he is no longer an X factor player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got demoted.
Got demoted on Madden, folks. Madden 23.
Fan 23, which I believe who's on the cover this time around?
The Madden.
Oh, that's right. The man himself.
The man. That's right. The legend, the Madden.
Interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, you're in the Bay Area. Are you an Oakland A's fan as well?
I am a San Francisco Giants fan. Now, so my son is a Raider fan because it was Oakland and now it's Vegas, but he's still a Raider fan and he loves the Oakland A's. I'm a 49er fan and I love the Giants. I'm a Golden State Warrior fan and my son's a huge LeBron James fan. He's a Laker fan. So our family is divided, right?
I can't believe it, Ray.
He was dropped on his head. I think my wife dropped him on his head when he was a baby. And he just,
I can't see any other possibility.
picks horrible teams.
Now, how many of your Oakland Raiders friends are still Raider fans?
My best friend and the best man at my wedding, Kevin, is still a Raider fan. And I said, dude, come on over to the red and gold, man. They left you. And he's like, nope. He will fly and watch the game in Vegas, folks.
Now, will the Oakland A's leave Oakland as well, or are they going to stick around longer?
Nah, dude. Have you seen Oakland Coliseum? It's not.
It's like a high school stadium, I heard.
It's pretty bad, folks.
Really?
And if you notice, Vegas, they've already got the football team. They got a nice hockey team, and they're going to get a baseball team. It's just it's a beautiful city in a hot desert, but they're going to get it. Now, we got plans now. They want to build a beautiful A's baseball stadium by, the water. We got what is called Jack London, and right down the way by the pier, it's beautiful waters. But the thing about it, folks, is money. And even though we're close to Silicon Valley,
but the Oakland City Council ain't gonna give up money.
Exactly. That's why. Hey, that's why the Raiders left, man. Because he wanted money. He wanted somebody to build him a stadium, and we said, "Kick rocks, get out of here. We ain't doing it."
Now, yeah, because the Raiders were in Oakland for what, 20, 25 years or a little bit.
And then they went to LA and then
they were in LA.
Back. But the Davidsons, they're not like the Jones or they don't have like deep pockets, and so they wanted us to build a stadium and pay for it. We said, hell no.
That's too much. Now there'll come to a point where there'll be no sports teams in Oakland. Have you heard of the Oakland Roots? They're a soccer team, but it's like a lower division. It's like a third division soccer team. But
got Oakland Panthers.
Who are they?
That's that's an indoor football league, and guess who owns the team?
The Rock.
Marshawn Lynch.
No coincidence.
Marshawn Lynch owns the team. So yeah, we there's still like indoor football leagues, and so we have what is called the I think the Panthers. And so, I mean, $2-3, you can go watch a game, and they play at the Coliseum,
That's affordable.
Oakland, or not the Coliseum,
The convention
the
center.
yeah, exactly.
Some type of indoor arena where there's AC.
Yeah.
Wow. Anything else before we head into the poll question of the day?
Nope. Go take it away, Santiago.
What is your favorite kind of joke? Knock jokes, mama jokes, observational,
Oh, mama
or
jokes.
one-liner.
Mama jokes.
Interesting. On Twitter, 0%, but observational is winning 50%, and one-liners and knock jokes are tied at 25.
Mama man, we do mama jokes out here, man. I
And
never said. Oh, good.
no. Sorry. Please go ahead. Finish that thought.
I said I would, but you have to know somebody very well before you talk about their mama, though. I don't, because you get something might happen.
Hey, you gotta be politically correct, right?
Exactly.
Especially in California.
Exactly.
I'm kidding. What is your What is your favorite West Coast burger? Habit Burger Grill, or In-N-Out Burger?
Ooh, probably have to go with In-N-Out. In-N-Out over the Habit, but but In-N-Out wouldn't be a place where I would go. I mean, I'd pick Five Guys before I go to In-N-Out. Now, my son and my wife, huge In-N-Out. I hate staying in the car, waiting in the car goes down the street waiting to get an In-N-Out burger because it's so popular, and so I just hate waiting. Five Guys, I could just walk in, boom, get my burger.
Interesting. Now, what I've heard of In-N-Out, which I have not been yet, I heard it's very plain, nothing out of this world. It's simple.
Not. It's Santiago. It is not. I don't know what it is, man. And their fries are not like, I don't know. People just go nuts over that.
And have you had like the animal style fries with the sauce?
Yes. My wife gets the animal style for me.
Interesting. The closest one to me is Dallas, Texas. So I might have
Dallas, Texas. See, my dad, I used to love going to White Castle burgers, man. Ooh. I would love to go back to like New York somewhere and go to White Castles.
Have you heard of Crystal Burgers?
No.
Okay. Is there? Yeah, which is pretty much like exactly the same thing as White Castle. They're miniature, and you can buy tons of them for nothing. Is there another burger chain we should be aware of from California that I've not?
There's oh my god, Nation's Burgers, which is a huge chain out here, and then there's Counters Burgers, which is a huge chain out here, and then Fat Burger.
Interesting.
Which Magic Johnson owns a chain of Fat Burgers.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Not surprised. You guys don't have Whataburger, right?
We're getting one. I know they're getting one out here soon. They're everywhere.
Hey, they say California has the best burgers in the world. So
I don't know, man. Like I'm from the South, man. I like barbecue. So
which part of the South you're from?
I'm originally from North Carolina. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
No idea.
Yeah.
First time. Aaron doesn't ask you these type of questions.
No, he doesn't.
So when did you move to the West Coast?
87. My dad was in the military. Okay. I was a Navy brat, and so we were stationed in Alameda, which is next door to Oakland, California, and that's where I met my wife, my high school sweetheart. Oh, nice. And 91 is when I graduated. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stay out here in California. And I stayed out in California.
And you became a Niners fan. Giants.
I was a Niner fan. I became a Niner fan, I have to say, probably 87 is when I became a Niner fan.
The golden days.
Yes.
When they won 5 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Were you Steve Young fan back then?
I love Steve Young. I was Joe Montana, a huge Jerry. Yeah. If anything, Jerry Rice, like Jerry Rice,
man, the GOAT. How far are you from Marin County?
Far.
Oh, okay. I have a friend that
I
lives
wouldn't
there.
walk there.
Okay. There you go. Wow, there you have it. Action packed. Deshaun Watson, the Niners, Jordan Vargas, all the way to In-N-Out Burger. But there's more burger spots in California. Ray, what is the best way to reach you online, and also your game channel too?
Sure. Ray3473 on Twitter. I am very, very active on Twitter. And in gaming, I am Ray3473, the gaming cyborg. I play PlayStation, Xbox. I pretty much have, if you guys can see, I have pretty much all the game consoles and stuff. So I play pretty much everything. So just go on Twitter. I'll announce. I'm Ray3473 on Twitch, and then on YouTube, Ray Sherrod, Ray3473, the gaming cyborg on YouTube.
How long
And
have you been a gamer for?
all my life.
Interesting.
All
Since
my life.
Atari?
Before Pong.
Pong, the original, the
Pong.
OG.
OG Pong. We had a Pong machine in the back of the class. And I used to like, oh wow, look, it's a tennis ball. And then Atari, the Nintendo, and then Sega and everything. And I've just also made sure my kids, they love game consoles as well. So
That's awesome.
but sport, my first, like, sports and gaming is like my love, and my wife, my family come first. But
Yeah, of course.
sports and gaming, I love.
That's awesome. Good combination. And
Yeah.
you've been but you're more of a YouTube gamer, right?
Uh,
Or
I'm
Twitch.
both. I'm both, straight down the
Okay.
middle.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, you guys stream everywhere. I mean, if you don't, like I think Facebook. I don't think Facebook's good with gaming. I heard, but
You know what? I was on Facebook, and then you're absolutely right. It's Twitch and YouTube is where it's at, folks.
they're the top dogs.
And you can make some money too.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. So
Yeah.
definitely catch Ray on Twitter, YouTube at Ray3473. 3473. What does that number stand for? Is that your lotto numbers you usually do?
Nah, it's my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice. You're young.
I'm old. I'm gonna be 50 next year, folks.
No way. You look
Yeah.
20.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Don't feel it.
Well, anyways, this is Sports Talk 101. You can reach us at the Sportscast1 on Twitter or the Sportscast1 on Instagram, or go to our website, thesportscast.net. Tomorrow, we're having the update. I'm going to interview Matt O'Leary. He's a Jets fan. He'll give us an update. Does he want Jimmy Garoppolo in New York, in the Jets? Ray has his vote, his blessing. We'll see if Matt does as well. And then on Thursday, we have the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. They had a Ring of Honor announcements today. I didn't recognize the players, but the Niners have a Ring of Honor, right? Probably.
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens. What those guys say. They're optimistic about Danny Jones. They got everything in place, but the quarterback, he does have a neck injury. And we'll see. Oh, wow. I just saw a meme on the top 3 Predators ranked, and one of them was Deshaun Watson. So
damn, it's true, folks.
True.
He's a predator.
Well, anyways, any closing words, Ray, before we head off on this beautiful Tuesday night?
Football is back. I'm so happy. And Vet, get well, buddy, so we can do Sports Talk 101 and talk about your horrible Washington Commanders.
Yeah, Vet is in Virginia right now, and hopefully he'll come back soon and hear his spiel on Wentz, Snyder, and the Commanders. Ray, have a good night.
You too, my friend. Take care.